Welcome to the show today, baby. This your boy Jimbo, aka Jimbo Bomber, aka Jimbo Slice. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me no motherfucking Saints fan. That's my host over there, old Big Mike in that Atlanta Ground Zero over there. And today we finna talk about undrafted free agents, projected starters, and give our closing thoughts. What's going on over there, Big Mike? What's happening, baby?
Man, chilling. Another week in quarantine, my boy. Like, just free outside, my boy. Like the right way, So I'm grateful, grateful
Right.
to, still have a job, bro. Grateful to still be able to talk about sports, Just try. It's mind over matter at this point, man. So,
Yeah.
down yonder, y'all hanging there. We all in this together. So, in the meantime, we're gonna talk a little sports today, though.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
gonna
it.
talk a little sports. We're gonna talk a little sports, and we definitely all in it together now. Don't forget, we all doing this. It ain't just one part of the country doing it and another part of the country having fun. Some people try to do that, but they starting to realize. Anyway, but yeah, man, we gonna go undrafted free agent now. If y'all don't know, me and Mike, we love the little nuances of sports, well, especially football, Falcons football, and Georgia Bulldogs football. We love the little back end of stuff, the nuances that people don't really pay attention to. We like to go in and we like to dive deep,
Right.
and undrafted free agency. If that ain't diving deep, I just don't know what the hell to tell you, because you ain't made the team yet. You wouldn't sign yet. We don't know what you're gonna do. But year in and year out now, the Atlanta Falcons have an undrafted free agent that make the team. Now let's jump into it. Now the Atlanta Falcons they signed 20 undrafted free agents. They signed 20 of them. Let's get to them. And I'm gonna list them off for y'all because some of y'all might not know. Me and Mike know. Some of y'all might not know out there in Down Yonder Nation. But in Down Yonder Nation, I want y'all to know this. Who if y'all into the undrafted free agents and y'all know who y'all like, y'all know or y'all who y'all think gonna make the team or gonna be a project to make something happen on the team, drop it in the comment, let us know because we want to know. There's only 20 of them. There's only so many y'all have, and there's only so many we got. Okay. Start off at the front top of the list for the undrafted free agent, Mike. I got Derek Abrams from Colorado. I got Henry Lou, defensive tackle, Nebraska Kearney. We got Hunter Axon, left tackle, Georgia State. Now, if I butcher some of these names down in the nation, do not hold that against me. I'm a South Georgia boy, okay? This accent came a long way, all right? We got Austin Capps, that's the center for Arkansas, SEC, okay? We got Michael Daniels. We've been getting a lot of buzz right there, Michael Daniels. We've been getting a lot of buzz. Fullback, I seen some people slash him as a running back. All right. We got Scotty Dills, right tackle for Memphis. We got Austin Elks, defensive end from Farish. We got Rochesterman Farish, cornerback from Hawaii. I like you. Let's keep going. We got Jawan Green, wide receiver Albany. We got Taylor Hall, cornerback Wyoming. I like you. Holla at me. We got Evan Kiskowski, tackle, Buffalo. I butchered that name, but don't hold that against me though. I told y'all.
Even sizzleized, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
keep
mean
going.
we
We
got
got him.
Salas with Saloso Latu, defensive tackle, San Jose State. We got Jalen McCleskey, wide receiver Tulane. I think he's gonna be all right.
Okay.
We got Jared Pinkney. Oh, we know about Pinkney. Everybody know about you, Pinkney. Tight end,
hmm
Vanderbilt. Okay, we
hmm
got Caleb Rip, tight end, Utah State. We got Chris Rowland, wide receiver, Tennessee State, HBCU. That's what I'm talking about. We got Ray Wilborn, linebacker, Ball State. We got Jordan Williams, linebacker, Baylor. He ain't bad either. Bryson Young, defensive end out of Oregon. He looked like somebody I know. I'll let you know that later. And then we got Justin Gooseberry. Oh, Justin Gooseberry, offensive
Yes, sir.
guard out of Rice. Oh, Gooseberry. Gooseberry, you gonna make the team, baby. Okay. So let's get into it, Mike.
All right.
Look,
All
let's
right.
go.
All right.
Let's go. I just ran off the list. It's 20 of them. They signed. Give me your top three or five. Your top three or five that you think probably gonna make this team.
Man, I'm glad you kind of ran through the names because I'm gonna start with the guy who named that you butchered the most.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Probably gonna butcher too if even Slizazaric, bro. I don't even know what kind of name that is, but we're not here to talk about your name. We're here to talk about what you can do.
Yeah,
And
what
I saw was I saw an offensive tackle for Buffalo that all MAC 3-year starter. I think that from a depth standpoint, we could use another offensive tackle that we can kind of, for depth purposes, because if McGarry get hurt, you might depend on a guy like that. And I think right tackle has always been a weakness for us since the Ryan Schrader days. Ryan Schrader started off really good. I mean, he was worth his contract extension, but it's really just been up and down play. But Ryan Schrader's play ended up declining over time, and they ended up getting him up out of there. And actually, it declined so much he didn't get signed by another team. So right tackle for us has always been a sore spot. It's always been part of the reason why Matt Ryan can't stay off his ass. You know what I mean? So he's one guy that I would look out for. And another guy that you just mentioned that actually sticks out to me, his tape really jumps off to me, is Jordan Williams, the linebacker from Baylor. And I'll tell you why. Because what I see from him is a fast, athletic, twitchy player. And one thing that stuck out to me is that I remember looking at the Big 12 championship game, and I watched him pick off Jalen Hurts in the Big 12 championship game. And I was thinking, like, that's a pretty big game. I mean, he played well against Georgia. I think when you look at his tape, I think he's a guy that can complement Debo, complement Foy, Michael Walker, because Michael Walker is a bigger body linebacker. I really think Michael Walker is going to be our thumper. He's going to be our tone setter, kind of like an old school Rolando. Well, not an old school. I won't say old school because he's not old school, but Rolando McClain, C.J. Mosley, those kind of linebackers.
Yeah,
so I think
right.
when you look at build and the way he's built, Jordan Williams has more of a body type like Deion Jones. So I think having a guy like that that's fast and that may be able to cover receivers could give us a nice boost. And you know what I'm saying, for this upcoming year. And it's two more guys, bro. It's two more guys that
you could go the minute you want. I just said your top 3 or 5, but if you got some extra possibles in there.
Because I mean, the number one guy is Pinckney, and I don't really want to talk about him because I think it's up to him. He comes in with the hype already. We already kind of know what we expected for him. We expected him to go in there and take a spot as an undrafted free agent. Like, I would say he is more likely to get a spot than some of the guys that we drafted if we wanted to go pound for pound. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Jay Hawk might have a harder time getting on the field than Pinckney. But anyway, that's why I don't really want to touch on him. But the other two, one, I'm gonna actually alley-oop you the last one. But one guy I got to touch on is old Chris Rowland. Man, let me tell you something. You better check him out. Tennessee State, Black College Player of the Year, runs amazing routes. And against all competition, I saw him burning Division I cornerbacks. I saw him burning just about every DB he faced in the Ohio Valley Conference. How he did not get drafted is absolutely beyond me. But I will say, thank you, Dimitrov, for being able to look down in that bin and say, man, we could do something here. Because I really feel like Olamide Zaccheaus, your days in Atlanta might be numbered. And I mean that out of respect, because I think Olamide Zaccheaus is a promising young talent. But what?
He is.
If Chris Rowland goes in and slides in and is our last receiver, I really think we're in good shape. I really think he could come in and, he reminds me of a better, so he reminds me of a more refined Justin Hardy when Justin Hardy came out of school. You know what I'm saying? Because Justin Hardy was great. It's like we lost Justin Hardy, but I think we really, as an undrafted free agent, found another guy that can really have that kind of impact. That's why I'm so high on him. And if you look at his tape, Down Yonder Nation, I think he's another guy that really will, that you'll really become a fan of. You'll fall in love with the guy. You know what I'm saying? But, them really my two, man, to be honest with you. I mean, some other guys, honorable mention, I would say is, Salosi Latu, San Jose State. I think he's I
like Latu, yep.
He's a bigger body defensive tackle, 330, 340, something like that. So space here. I do think if he can come in and command double teams, that they'll find a place for him, because those first 2 downs are going to be crucial for us. Because I think, this year, I think you'll see more Kaminsky and Marlon Davidson rotating on third down, down at defensive tackle. So I think what you may see is Marlon Davidson playing a little bit more big end on first, second, and on third down, kicking down in the defensive tackle. So those kind of things I think are going to be interesting and needed for us to look at for this year. Because if you think about it, our undrafted free agents that we named, they pair really well with our draft picks. And you know what?
They do. They do.
We really do have some dogs. And the last guy, like I said, Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, is old Mikey Daniels. And I want you to tell the people, man, what you shot old Mikey Daniels, bro. Because I really think players like this, man, you just special teams. Players like this end up playing on active roster, and they just come out of nowhere. They surprise a lot of people, but they just end up sticking around. I think a guy like this really has a shot to make it in the NFL from a small school in South Dakota. But what's your thoughts on this guy, man?
Oh, Mikey. Oh, Mikey. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm finna tell you who he remind me of. And Daniel Nation, when I say this, do not look like I'm a crazy fool, okay? But he reminds me of a Jerome Bennis, okay? I said, okay? The guy is that when you look at a cloud around him, you want to say, okay, what is it about this guy? But you go watch his film, it's all effort. It's effort, and he's a hard runner. I mean, and then he played up there in South Dakota where it ain't really too much to do but do football. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how he kind of gotten lost off the map. And he, like I say, Jerome Bennis coming out of Notre Dame. Okay, yeah, he went to Notre Dame. He had that height. If you had a Mikey Daniels at a Notre Dame, Mikey Daniels would have had that height. And you say, well, Jimmy, he's undrafted free agent. Why are you talking about him like this? This how I can see I can see his NFL career being projected to be. Now they got him labeled as a fullback on here. I mean, Falcons got him slash running back. What does that mean for that running back room? Oh, shit. Mikey Daniels coming in and trying to take some spots, okay? He's fast. He's a little overweighted, just like Jerome Bennis was coming out of Notre Dame. And Jerome Bennis got bigger, but that's when football was different. Mikey Daniels coming out of South Dakota a little overweight. He had a little speed on it. He wasn't that fast. I can't see exactly what his number was on his 40, but his pro day was actually pretty good. I watched his pro day. He looked like he was moving pretty fast. Now, Mikey Daniels, I'm gonna say this. You got to work on that pass blocking pro. Yeah, that pass pro, bro. Okay. You go so we could get Micah Daniels in some pass pros. I mean, some NFL pass pros. Because I was watching the game today. I was watching the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. I was watching that. And man, Ito Smith had the right idea, but he didn't have the physical ability to go with it. And Littleton bucking him. Now, Ito, I think you had a concussion or something. Something was going on, but Littleton bucked you pretty bad. But your pass pro was right there. You was there. Now, put Micah Daniels in that situation. Micah Daniels gonna bring that weight and a little more oomph to that. And Littleton won't be able to run over Micah Daniels like that. Now, Ito Smith, I'm not knocking you, baby. I'm just not. But I'm gonna tell you something. Micah Daniels finna be down that back. Olison, Micah Daniels finna be down that back. I think he's just like Jerome Bennis coming out of Notre Dame is my comparison. And that's how I feel his career might ride out and slide. He might slide on in and make some noise. I think he's going to make some noise. I like him. I think he'll be all right and a great addition to this Falcon team. And he's going to push some people to come training camp.
I think that's spot on, bro. I think one more person, though. Touch on Delrick Abrams. Now, I want you to touch on Delrick Abrams for me because, like I said, I think, talking to you, I know you out that way, what I'm saying, in Colorado, and you see Colorado football a little bit more than I'm able to see, and the kind of the level of competition, what he do, like what kind of guy, because our cornerback situation is open, man, because we just depending on AJ Terrell to just come in there and do his thing.
We are,
but really, we got, hey, listen, bro, it can be had, man. I look at the depth chart, it's some openings, man. If you come in there and play some ball, bro, I see a Jordan Miller is replaceable. You know what I'm saying? You come in there and ball out, Jordan, we'll holler at you, bro. Bleedy Ray Wilson, we'll holler at you. Josh Hawkins, we'll holler at you.
Bleedy Ray Wilson. Hey, what's happening, Bleedy Ray? Let me revert back to this Los Angeles Rams game. And now, this is fun. That's funny. You bring him up. Excuse me. Now, the Rams game, Isaiah Oliver, you getting hit a little bit. And you know who I think they bench Isaiah Oliver, bro. When you get a chance, go back and watch that Rams game. I think they bench Isaiah Oliver and they put in Bleedy Ray Williams. And I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. That's where we going?
Yeah.
And then they after he started getting hit, they go ahead and threw Isaiah Oliver back in.
Right.
And no, he just gonna have to lick his motherfucking wounds.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Derek Abrams Jr. CU. Hey, guess where Isaiah Oliver from? CU. Guess how much tape we got on old Derek Abrams Jr.? A lot. Because when we were watching for Isaiah Oliver, guess who was showing up on the tape? That's how people get drafted sometimes. Came back the next year, Dan Quinn said, we can't sign you, but you come in as an undrafted free agent and let's see what you're going to do. I like him, okay? 6'3", 185-pound senior. Guess where he's from? He's from the South, from Louisiana. He had to go to JUCO, all right? Which a lot of Southern players do. They go to JUCO. But some of your best players come out of JUCO. I went to JUCO. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Louisiana, I like this kid, like I say, 6'3", 185. Now, I'm finna compare him to somebody, and then I want you to go back and watch both of their tapes. And then you tell me what Dan Quinn is doing. Somebody that went to Stanford, cornerback. His name Richard Sherman, 6'3", 185. Same guy. Not making that much noise. Nobody went big on Richard Sherman coming out of Stanford. If you want to sit here and tell me they were, I'm finna tell you, you're lying. Okay.
Right.
This is what Derek Abrams Jr. reminds me of when it comes to Dan Quinn with his undrafted free agent. Now I can't really remember what Richard Sherman, what round he was drafted in. I will look it up real quick, but whatever.
Fifth round. No, fifth round. You right.
Fifth round. Okay.
Right.
Fifth round, sixth round, seventh round, undrafted free agent. Same thing.
Don't matter. You're hungry. You got a chip. Right. Yeah, right.
You
got a chip on your shoulder. You pissed off. That's right.
But you can see where I'm coming from with this Derek Abrams Jr. 6'3", 185. Right. Senior, 4 years. Okay. Go back and watch his junior highlight tape. That was his best year at CU. And like I said, him and Isaiah Oliver was over there together. And that's kind of what we found this. That's kind of how we found this kid. We were watching that Isaiah Oliver tape. We had to wait till his junior year when he was ready to come in the league. We brought him in. I think he's going to do some things. Now, I went all secondary for his undrafted free agent, Mike. I went all secondary because I'm a secondary man. And I just think that's what we need to dive deeper in and get some more help on that. And now I'm going to ask you something real quick. If we were to start the season today, right now, with this secondary, from a 1 to 10 scale, give me a number that you feel this secondary will do with that schedule we are already looking at. You see what I'm saying? Well, 1 to 10 now, with the secondary we got right now.
I go a 7. I go a 7 right now. Just and a 7 ain't bad. A 7 out of 10 ain't bad. Right. Meaning we more on the positive side than negative side. But I can't just sit here and say, oh yeah, we a 10. You know, we a sound secondary, because it's like, you know, I look at AJ Terrell. I really feel like I'm comfortable with him as a rookie because he's played on the big scale. Like I said, that's an Atlanta guy. That's a hometown guy. I feel like he's gonna be able to come in from day one, learn the system, be coachable. I'm sure with him already, think about it like this. He's already in Atlanta right now. So he ready. You know, he just got to drive up the Flowery Branch. So
yeah, right.
For him, if he really need to pull up on Calvin Ridley, you know, social distancing included, he can pull up on Calvin Ridley right now.
He can.
You know what I'm saying? Just whatever. If he want to talk to Julio, he can talk to Julio. So I think, you know, a lot of these guys, man, they play football year round. So they're going to be ready for the adjustment. Now, the speed, of course, there's going to be a speed difference when you get to the NFL. But,
yeah,
you know, that it's always a speed difference. There'll always be an adjustment time. But I think I like AJ Terrell. Now, I do see today that we have Isaiah Oliver penciled in as the starter. But I think it's either or with Isaiah Oliver or Kendall Sheffield, because the problem is this, because it becomes a problem more for Isaiah Oliver. Isaiah Oliver really at his best is an outside boundary corner. You know, if you put Isaiah Oliver inside, I mean, there's no guarantee that he's going to be able to handle the shiftier receivers, though. You know, so
right.
So I feel like, you know, in an ideal world, you would want Sheffield to come in and be your nickelback. But I think there's so much competition for nickelback. And I think what we'll see a lot more is a lot more 4-2-5, a lot more dime. And I think that's why, a Jayhawk, you know what I'm saying? Old Jayhawk. I think you'll see him in more dime situations. You'll see him as kind of like that fourth cornerback, able to guard those 4 receiver sets and stuff like that. So,
okay. I'm gonna stop right there because I'm glad you went right there. Now, okay, Derek Abrams Jr. was on my list first as an undrafted free agent that's gonna make the team. My second one, and I'm glad you said nickel, and I'm glad you brought up dime. I love that. Appreciate it, Mike. We're talking about Roy Justerman Ferris, cornerback, Hawaii, 6 foot, 180, Coral Springs, Florida. Listen to me, everybody. And I'm finna say it just like this. Florida, the state, from high school, produced some of the best defensive backs in the country. Always have, always will. Some in the water down there. Roy Justerman Ferris II out of Hawaii. Coral Springs, Florida. Good football down there. I think he's going to be our nickel and our dime. He's an undrafted free agent. And boy, look at him, man. It's a long shot for him now. Don't get me wrong. But it's a lot of competition that is needed in this secondary. But watch this tape. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to talk about my pros and the con. I got a pro and a con for old Roy Justerman Ferris. And Roy Justerman, we're going to probably have to give you a nickname there, buddy. I'm not finna keep on saying that. Now, forgive me now. Welcome to Dirty Bird Nation. Anyway, my pros for him. He quick, he fast, and he attack the ball. When you playing nickel and dime, brother, you got to be quick and you got to be fast because in the slot, which probably where your nickel and dime is going to be at, you got to be quick and fast because the pass going to be quick and fast. I'm telling you, old Ferris II, our Coral Springs, Florida, he can play in that nickel and dime. You say 6'1", Jimmy, 180. 6'1", he never needed it. No, because he's fast and quick enough and long enough to jump on those quick balls. Isaiah Oliver, a little longer, a little lankier, man. And Oliver, I'm gonna tell you something. You better watch out, brother. Okay, because we got some undrafted free agent cornerbacks that's coming into this. They hungry, and I've been watching their tape. They got a lot of enthusiasm and motivation, and which what you got to have in the secondary. And now I'm gonna jump to my last undrafted free agent. I had 3. I had Derek Abrams, the cornerback out of Colorado. I had Roy Justerman Ferris II, the cornerback out of Hawaii, and then I'm gonna go cornerback. I'm finna go cornerback again, and with somebody that we already know. Well, Brian Hill went to this school, and that's Tyler Hall, the cornerback out of Wyoming. If you ain't seen his tape yet, go watch some of this tape. Now he might be more of a return man, but I can see him playing nickel and dime. My pro for him, fast. Got another pro for him, fast. What's my other pro? Fast. Okay? I'm talking about speed, brother. Quick. I'm talking about and attack the ball. Please go watch old Tyler Hall or tape. If you just gotta watch his highlight film, go watch the highlight film. Nickel and dime. It looked like Dan Quinn is looking for nickels and dimes off in this motherfucker, man.
Nickels and dimes add up. Hey, listen, I love it. Nickels and dimes add up, man. I love it.
I'm talking about, and I'm sure you probably don't watch some tape on him, Mike. The boy is quick.
Hey, you just put me
on. The boy is fast.
Hey, I got to be honest with you, bro. I was slipping on old Roy Justerman Ferris. I'm gonna check him out. Like I said, because I think at corner, that's one area where I think I've been more focused on the guys we drafted and just trying to see how, we're going to make everything work now. But I think you're right. A lot of these players, like, there's a Brian Poole in this draft right here, bro.
No question about that.
There's a Jaden Graham right here out of this class because these guys are going to be hungry. And I really think, to be honest with you, and I say this I mean this in the most disrespectful way because we talking about the NFL here. Some of these guys are going to literally come in there and take somebody's job because they're in better shape than one of these veterans. Book it. You know what I'm saying? Like these boys getting paid for this, and they not taking it serious. They not working out. They not meeting their trainer. They not eating right. You know what I'm saying? And they using every excuse not to play football. Some of these boys right here are ready to roll. I'm gonna tell you something. One guy that sticks out to me on this list too, that is gonna be ready to roll, is old Jordan Williams, just because he athletic anyway. It ain't gonna take him long to get back in football shape. So,
Yeah.
Michael Walker, Jermaine Grace, Leroy Reynolds, all the bigger linebackers we got
Yeah.
that may come back like slightly out of shape. Watch out for a guy like Jordan Williams, because I really think that he got a good shot to make this team, though, man. I think and he'll make us better from day one. So just with his speed, and I think he's a little bit tough. He a little bit more gritty than Duke Riley. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got that. He ain't no pretty boy flat with him. He looked
Duke Riley.
He looked like a dog. Anyway, I'm sorry. I had to mention old Duke Riley.
Yeah, Duke Riley, yeah.
Ooh, I'm glad the Eagles got you. I'm glad you're in Philadelphia. Shout out to you, man.
Hey, shout out. That good for you. Good for you, Duke Riley.
Anyway.
And I'm going to say this. Derry Abrams Jr., Louisiana, okay? Tyler Hall, Colgate, Florida. Look here, man. They from the South, but just because they went to another school, that don't mean nothing. You hear what I'm saying? They might not have the grades, junior college. That's Louisiana, Florida, great cornerback states. Believe that. I'm telling you now, please believe that. Now, I do have one sleeper. My Lord, I do have one sleeper.
Oh, man.
For my undrafted free agent, man. And big, fast, strong. I do got a pros and cons for him, but I got one for you. Let's give a shout out to old Henwa Alou. Old Henwa Alou. Okay? 6'5", 290 pounds. Okay? From Nebraska, Kearney. Listen here. The guy's a big man. Don't get me. Boy, big. But he played too high. That's probably why he really ain't his pad level. Oh God. But you're talking about power, speed, and just don't quit. Oh, Henwa Alou, guess what, baby? You might make this team. You look real good to me. I'm gonna tell you something. They want to put him at defensive tackle, but Henwa Alou can play all over that line, kind of like somebody we drafted by the name of Marlon Davidson, aka the Beast. Now, I'm not comparing Henwa Alou to Marlon Davidson, but Marlon Davidson is very similar.
Yes, sir.
Look, less in competition now. The competition is down because he went to Nebraska Kearney over there. But I think Henwa Alou might make this team. Now, you say, how? We got DJ Sanok on the team. You down your nation. You tell me what DJ Sanok did last year, and where was DJ Sanok? Tell me that, because I didn't see him. Did you see him, Mike? Did you see DJ Sanok on the field on now?
Matter of fact, down yonder, talk about DJ Sanok in the comments. Talk about his biggest game last year, and then we'll respond to it. So it won't be a long response. Keep going.
But it won't be a long one, but we'll definitely respond to it. So him and DJ Sanok is almost on the only thing DJ Sanok got on him. He been in the defense and the playbook, and he knows it. Okay.
Right.
Henwa Alou, West Africa. Okay. Smart kid. Came in the U.S. in 2013. Athlete. Big. Look here, Daniel Nation. When me and Mike talk about this stuff, we don't went back and we don't did some research. We don't watch some tape, some film. It's just we don't just come over here and just pop up on the screen and start talking. We actually do some research on these guys, and we watch these guys and we former football players, so we know what to look for in a football player when it comes to time to perform on the field. And I looked at Henwa Alou and I said, wow, Henwa Alou, 6'5", 290 pounds, 120 tackles, 58 solo, 16 tackles for loss, 11 sacks. Holla at me. And 12 quarterback hurries. I like the sound of that.
I like that.
The only thing wrong with Henwa Alou, he got to get that pad level down because he's so big. And guess who he built? Guess who he's built exactly like? Javon Kinlaw. Same body structure. Go look at the tape. You'll see somebody, Kinlaw and him and Alou. They are built exactly the same down on the nation. Undrafted free agent. Henwa Alou. You might make this team, baby. Because somebody like Mike said, if somebody finna take the offseason serious, they're gonna come in bullshit. And Alou from West Africa, guess what? He got a chip on his shoulder. He got some people he need. And I ain't trying to be stereotypical with here. But Henwa Alou got some people to take care of. Huh? Henwild Lou didn't grow up with no silver spoon.
Right.
Get at me
Right.
now.
Lou might come to you with some. Yeah, he gonna come with you. He gonna come to you urgent and he angry. So yeah, I like that. I like urgent and angry. We need all of that. Fast physical. We need it. Shit.
He just played with his pad level way too high. And I think that the coaches over there in the Nebraska Kearney, shame on you. Y'all should have had that man playing with his pad level. If he could play with his pad level a little lower, he probably would have been a draft pick. Shame on you over there in Nebraska Kearney, what y'all over there doing. Just picking corn and then y'all ain't making them make no technique. Anyway, but that's my undrafted free agent. That's my three. My three was Derek Abram Jr. Out of Colorado, Rodriguez Ferris the second out of Hawaii, and Tyler Hall out of Wyoming. That was my three. Then my sleeper was Henwa Alu out of Nebraska Kearney, defensive tackle.
Love it. Love
it. So I think these guys possibly gonna make the team, special teams, and I'm talking about Tyler Hall probably. Him and Roland really gonna go at it with that kick return. Whew. Cause Roland probably gonna be our kick returner. I know who our kick returner is. Kenwan Bonner. I know who he is. But I'm telling you, Tyler Hall can return that ball too. Him and Roland. Roland, you went to a HBCU. That's probably why you didn't get drafted, brother. Let's just be real. But I'm glad you're on my team. I sure am. You remind me of a Taylor Gabriel a little bit.
Well, actually, one more thing you just said, because I'm looking at the depth chart right now, and I noticed Kenyon Barner ain't on this depth chart, my boy. So there's an opening at kick return this year. So it's there, to be honest with you. I think Tyler, he was on a 1-year deal, so he's not back this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right, Mike.
So I mean, you're right. Hey, it's wide open, bro. That's a wide open position this year. I think that's a position that, like I said, I see a Chris Rowland, one of them guys like that being able to step right in, my boy.
Yeah, and down the other nation, leave your comments and let us know who y'all think or what y'all think. We open for it. We good with it. All right, let's jump into these projected starters, Mike. I'm gonna do offense, and you're gonna step up and run into that defense, which you love to do, Big Mike.
Oh, that
and I'm gonna tell you something. Projected starters. The key word in that whole statement is projection. Project. That's what it's what you think. It's what you think might happen. And I don't mean it's gonna happen because training camp still gotta come around. And guess what? Hey, county fair, all that good shit. They probably don't do county fair no more in Oklahoma drill. I'm old school, but that shit still gotta come. You gotta battle. You gotta compete. That's what training camp all about. You gotta compete. Yeah. So we projecting. That's the only thing we do is projection. So
every day.
You want to go ahead and hit that defense projection, Mike, and tell me who you your projected starter for the defense for the Atlanta Falcons in 2020. Hit me with it, baby.
And this is the base defense, and I think you know what, I'm gonna split it up. Next show we're gonna do 4-2-5 because
because I see you high on that.
We're gonna get creative on the 4-2-5 just because of the offenses. Because you nailed it last episode when you said shootouts. We're gonna have a lot of shootouts this year, so I think in shootouts we're gonna have more DBs on the field. But I think when we have our meat and potatoes defense, I think our left defensive end, you got Allen Bailey. Our two defensive tackles in the base are going to be Tyler Davis and Grady Jarrett. Tack at the other defensive end. You got Dante Fowler on the outside as well as your pass rusher. Really as your do-it-all defensive end, outside linebacker. And you kind of got Charles Harris more at a strong side linebacker position now. Which tells me Charles Harris, at strong side linebacker, you can't really take that with too much because we know that Charles Harris is going to be our rotational pass rusher. But I do think that in a base defense, he does give you some potential against the run too, and as a 4-3 defensive end as well too. So can't lose sight of him there with his ability to stop the run because I know we tough on him about his lack of sacks or whatever, but he's functional against the run, so we'll have to leverage that. But anyway, Deion Jones, of course, middle. AJ Terrell, left cornerback. Keanu Neal, strong safety. Ricardo Allen, free safety. And Isaiah Oliver, 1A at at cornerback, and I got to go 1A, 1B because him and Kendall Sheffield are interchangeable, so it could be either or. So that's base defense, and like I said, with defensive tackle, you got Marlon Davis in there. That's just depending on how Dan Quinn feel that week. It may be Marlon Davidson over Tyler Davidson. So it's the Davidson brothers. We got two Davidson.
Davidson brothers. Yeah.
So hey, it's gonna be a Davidson on the field just about every down, my boy. Whether it's Marlon or Tyler,
yeah.
it don't matter. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the D. So what you got over there on that O, my boy? What's our projected starters up today?
I mean, we gonna project the offense, which Dirk Cutter, holler at me because I'm giving you your projections right now. But goddamn, man, it's fire. You got some fire. You got some weapons. I mean, you got an arsenal that a lot of people in the NFL just do not have. Okay, first of all, you got old Matty Ice at quarterback, too easy. Todd Gurley, running back, too easy. Julio Jones, too easy. Kevin Ridley, too easy. God damn, man. You want me to go? Okay, Caleb McGarry, Christian Lindstrom at your right guard, Alex Mack at the center, James Carpenter. I'm going to get to you that in a minute. James Carpenter at your left guard, Jake Matthews at the left tackle, and then you got old good old Hayden Hurst, and you know, Jordan Graham gonna mix up at that tight end. Hayden Hurst gonna probably start. Jaden Graham probably be your T2. Hey, look here, man. You got a lot of firepower at that on that offensive side of the ball, Dirk Cutter. All veterans. They got Treadwell starting at that third wide receiver. But that's what I got. That's what I want. I want Treadwell starting at that third wide receiver. Now, I went to the Atlanta.com and got this off the blogging, the Dirty Bird blogging for the starting the projected lineups. And I want, because it really ain't no big of a change of who might start and who might not start on the offensive side of the ball for the Atlanta Falcons. It kind of set in stone. But I'm going to get to this left guard, which I'm going to get to. And you know, we drafted Hennessy. I feel like Hennessy might be starting at that left guard. James Carpenter, you got something to show. Now, look here. June 1st. Oh, okay, I'm gonna say that for closing thoughts because I was about to get him. I was about to really get him. I got Hennessy starting at that left guard instead of a Carpenter or James Carpenter. I got Hennessy starting there. So on offense, all veterans. Projection. If you want to guess the projected starters on offense for the Atlanta Falcons, it's too easy. It's really not that hard. Okay. 2020 it's going to be one of those seasons where we need the offense. Like I said in the last episode down here in the nation, we need them to score 28 to 30 points a game. Dirk Cutter, we need that. It ain't no I want that. It's a difference between a want and a need. I need that, Dirk. It's going to be up to you because you got the players. If you were playing the chess, you got the pieces to win the game. It's up to you to goddamn put them pieces in place to make plays. And no damn none of that Julio Jones scoring a touchdown in week 7 and all that shit. I ain't going with that shit this year either. Okay? I'm not having that shit. You should know how to get Julio Jones the ball by now. Goddamn. But whatever. That's the projections. That's my projected starters for the offense for Atlanta Falcons in 2020. And I think that's where we're gonna go with a bunch of veterans. It's too easy to say who's gonna start on offense for the Atlanta Falcons. You feel me? What you think about that offensive starters for the Falcons?
Man, I think you nailed it, bro. I think it's boring to talk about the Falcons offense because we know what they expect and we know what they're supposed to do. The biggest thing for the Falcons offense is just to remain healthy. And I think if James Carpenter is our left guard, I wouldn't be ultra surprised. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised. But do I know that Matt Hennessy is a better offensive lineman today, right now, than James Carpenter? I would say so. I would say so. And it's hard to put potential over game play in the NFL. But I think that Matt Hennessy is a better short-term and long-term prospect than James Carpenter. And I think that you nailed it with Matt Hennessy being at left guard, man. I think that he'll come in training camp and do kind of like Lindstrom. Hey, matter of fact, if I promise you, if we were in the traditional NFL setting and we had OTAs this weekend, right?
Right.
I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if Matt Hennessy did what Chris Lindstrom did last year, which is just basically come in and be the guy. They were like, oh, yeah. You notice it didn't take Chris Lindstrom long. Like, bro, they were in OTAs when Chris Lindstrom got handed the starting job, a rookie. That don't happen in the league. So that just says I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Hennessy had that same impact. Just what shot me off.
I wouldn't be surprised either. And like I said on Dirty Birds, this is dirtybirds.com. They got James Carpenter slated in at that left guard, and I don't know. I think it just really depends on the money making. But Hennessy is going to come in and he's going to demand a little respect. Okay, boy, I can't. Mike, you usually go to training camp, but it looking like training camp. You ain't gonna be able to go this year. And I'm
No.
sorry, because you always send me a picture of something. You tell me who's getting whooped
Yeah.
and who's doing the whipping. And I
Yeah.
love that. And I
Yeah.
love that because you at ground zero. You'll be at training camp sitting there with your bucket hat on,
Yes,
sending
sir.
me pictures, let me know who getting their ass toe up and who doing a little ass kicking. And so that might not happen for you this year because of the pandemic and all that stuff going on. So it probably be a fanless fucking training camp this year, which is okay. As long as they getting their work, as long as they getting the work. They didn't have they closed a lot of them anyway. They didn't have too many open to the public anyway. So hey, we don't did undrafted free agents. We don't did the starters, the projected starters. Let's go into closing thoughts. Now this weekend, I want you to go. You jump on them first for closing thoughts, baby. And like I always tell y'all down here in the nation, we have opinions. Y'all got opinions, but at the same time, we dirty birds for life. We love them just as much as you do. Let us jump into closing thoughts, Mike. Give me your closing thoughts, man, this week, man.
All right. So today we're gonna talk about potential overproduction. And when we say potential overproduction, who might we be talking about?
Right.
Nobody other than my boy Isaiah Oliver, right cornerback.
Man.
Jimbo spent a lot of time today talking about undrafted free agents, and he focused on 3 corners. Now, for him to focus on 3 corners out of all these undrafted free agents that we got, that means that what we see on the field right now is not. I wouldn't say that it wasn't what we got when we drafted you in the 2nd round, because a lot of analysts had a 1st round grade on you. Now, to be honest with you, this is why I think a lot of analysts are, for lack of better words, full of shit, because AJ Terrell could end up being a superstar where they were down on him because of 1 game. You know what I mean? So I think AJ Terrell, if he's a star, they'll say that, I think here's the thing. If AJ Terrell doesn't have that game against LSU, he could potentially be a top 5 pick. Let us not forget that. Now,
yes.
With that being said, Isaiah Oliver, we have moved on from Desmond Trufant. That must mean, and this is a year where you are literally protecting your head coach's job. And to be honest with you, last year when your head coach's job was on the line, you wasn't up for the challenge. I would like to see a Isaiah Oliver that says, this is my position, this is my side of the field, this is my island, and ain't nobody taking my job. I ain't seen that yet. I'm not sure that I will see that. All I know is if you don't have your technique together within the first couple of games, Kendall Sheffield will be taking your spot, and you might not have any room for you at nickel. So you don't want to be a 2nd round pick out of a job, basically, after 2 or 3 years in the league. So my closing is Isaiah Oliver. I look at the defense and I say, I could see a top 15 defense, but I also could see a cornerback that I feel less confident. I feel more confident in a rookie than I do the seasoned 3rd year cornerback right now. Them my closing thoughts. Isaiah Oliver, we just need you to step it up. We'd like to see some something that looked like lockdown defense this year. And you just do the best you can, my boy. But you definitely on the hot seat. We definitely got good eyes on you, my boy, because you took a lot. You looked at a lot of receivers' numbers, the back of their numbers, and you heard touchdown a lot. A lot. AJ Green. Anyway.
I'm not going to go down the list. Thielen, Cooper Kupp. I'm not going to go down the list. No. Isaiah Oliver. Good closing thoughts, Mike. But Isaiah Oliver, I'm not going to go down the list on you, but somebody AJ Terrell coming here to replace Trufant. I don't know. Down your nation. I don't know. Go watch some film now. Go watch film. The eye in the sky do not lie. First-hand experience. Now let me get into my closing thoughts. Lord have mercy. Let me take my goddamn glasses off, down yonder nation. this is what we need to do.
Yes,
We need to
sir.
take
But
the
don't let
glasses off and we need to get into it because I'm
don't let
tired. I'm
okay.
tired. Okay. Let's talk about this left guard situation. It's been a fucking enigma. Okay. And I'm sick of it. All right. James Carpenter, Jamon Brown, Wes Weisler, Harlow. Listen here, man. We don't need a fucking turnstile at left guard. We need to go ahead and solidify that position. And then Dan Quinn, if you ain't solidified that position by now, and you just keep throwing stones at a goddamn statue, you ain't gonna get nowhere, baby. This left guard position needs to be solidified, and it needs to be solidified now. Okay? If you gonna pay Jamon Brown and James Carpenter that type of money, they need to be giving me something. They need to produce on that field. Where's Weiss? I know injuries, guy. I know injuries down in the nation. I know about injuries. That's all good. And if they injury prone, why are they on the team? Holler at me, huh? Matt Ryan ain't missed but 2 games in his whole career before last year. If they injured, why are they even on the damn team? Why would you even pay them that much if they injury prone? Holler at me. Left guard, this shit got to stop. Okay? Hennessy, my savior. Holler at me, baby. Because you finna come in and you finna show them how to block and make sure Matt Ryan can get that ball off. Make sure Matt Ryan can get the ball to Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Treadwell, Hurst, Gurley. I can go on for days. But I can't go on for days with this left guard situation. Okay? Jamon Brown, them. These boys are overpaid. Jamon Brown, James Carpenter, they twins. I don't even know who is who unless they got the goddamn jersey on because I can tell the difference between the numbers. They look the same, they move the same, they get hurt the same.
Right.
June 1st cuts, June 1st. Goddamn, June 1st. Hurry up and come. Because I'm sick of this left guard shit. This got to end this off season. Dan Quinn, if this shit don't end, you probably gonna lose your job fucking around with a James Carpenter or
Oh,
Jamon Brown. You're overpaying them too. Keep playing around with this left guard position and watch what happens to everybody over there in that organization.
right.
That's my closing thoughts. And I'm tired. All right. Big Mike, good show, man. I really appreciate it, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, like I said, man, bro, we passionate about this, and I think this is that time of the year, man, where really they doing everything they can to try to make sure that we have a season. So as long as there's a season, we're gonna keep doing what we do. And another thing about it is it's about time for these players to make sure that even though they quarantined or whatever, all of the access into the facilities that they may have, the money they do have, the trainers they do have, the diets they do have, you know what I'm saying? The chefs, those are gonna be the people that's the winners of this all season. The people that's cooking their food. Because football is just not a game you can just go out there, strap on the pads, and play at a high level and expect everything to be the way it was. So a lot of this is gonna really depend on your nutrition, your mindset, all of that. Because think about it like this, bro. This pandemic has affected everybody personally, one way or another. Everybody is affected. Tom Brady's affected by it. Tom Brady can't go outside. Like coronavirus don't care about Tom Brady. So I think, the biggest thing for us this year as fans and as people as talking heads that you know what I'm saying, put time into this is really to just understand what our reality is gonna be, what this world is gonna look like, what social distancing look like, and shoot, man, just see these Falcons strap up and play some football, man. I can't wait, man. I'm ready for these birds to rise up one more time, man. I just need to see Julio put his helmet on and everything will feel right with the world again. Until that happens, we just gonna keep maintaining, my brother. But great show this week, brother.
Yeah, great show. And we gotta maintain and keep our. And I'm glad you said something about nutrition because the Atlanta Falcons hired a new nutritionist, and me and Mike always harp. That year we had so many injuries. Me and Mike was harping on who in the fuck is our personal trainer over there. Who is this guy? And how these people keep getting. I don't know his name. I need to look him up. I need to do some research on him because I need to know who you are. Because all these injuries and shit. But they are hiring a new. Dan Quinn did say they finna hire a new nutritionist over there for this offseason, which is gonna be good.
Nice.
I hope so. Cause hey, the time we in now, we need a nutritionist to step in and set the foot down. So these boys won't come in there because we're gonna have a lot of catching up to do once we able to get face to face.
That's right.
Hey, down on the sports, I'm your boy Jimbo Dean, Jimbo Sly, Jimmy Obama. Call me whichever one you want. Just don't call me no goddamn Saints fan, okay? That's my boy Mike Dub over there in Atlanta. Ground Zero. Great show. Hey, subscribe, like, comment. Let me and Mike know what's happening about these undrafted free agents and the projected starters and our closing thoughts or whatever. Let us know. So if y'all know who that new nutritionist is, just tell me his name down there. I need to find out because they finna hire one. I know they is. They said it. But anyway, this is Dion on the Sports. We'll see y'all next week. Stay tuned. Hey, stay safe. Mike, tell everybody I said what's happening over there. You know, tell your wife I said what's happening. And stay safe. And Dion Nation, we're gonna see y'all next week, man.
Peace out, man.
Adios, baby.
Y'all boys be safe. Take care, Dion the Nation. Yes, sir.